You drink them to build muscle, lose weight, or just stay healthy. But what if your daily protein shake is actually doing the opposite? Today, we're exposing 12 popular protein shake brands hiding contamination risks, gut-wrecking artificial sweeteners, and chemical stabilizers behind their marketing promises. We'll look at the testing that will make you question every shake you've ever bought. But don't worry, I'm also revealing the 5 brands that actually set the gold standard for purity. Stick around until the end, because our #1 pick is the only one used by professional athletes who can't afford even a single mistake. Before we dive in, drop a like on this video and hit subscribe to join our community of informed consumers. It helps us keep these independent investigations moving forward. First, take a look at the avoid list. Number 12, Quest Protein Shakes. Quest is a titan in the fitness industry, but the label tells a different story once you look past the protein count. It contains sucralose, an artificial sweetener that research from the World Health Organization suggests may increase cravings for sweet foods and disrupt your metabolic health over time. But the real kicker? They include trisodium phosphate. This is a texture enhancer, yes, but it's also an active ingredient in industrial cleaning products used to strip heavy stains and paint. While the FDA calls it safe in small doses, you have to ask yourself, do you really want a paint stripper additive in your post-workout meal? Number 11, Soylent Complete Protein. Marketed as a future food for people on the go, this formula is more like a chemistry textbook than a meal. It relies on allulose, a rare sugar that approximately 30% of which passes through your small intestine unabsorbed. This often leads to severe bloating and gas as it interacts with your gut microbiome. Furthermore, Soylent uses a complex mix of canola oils and gums that provide a complete profile on paper, but can be incredibly difficult for the average person to digest without significant gastrointestinal distress. Number 10, Equate High Performance. This is Walmart's budget answer to the protein craze, but you get exactly what you pay for. It features a double dose of artificial sweeteners, combining sucralose with acylsulfame potassium, also known as ACE-K. Some studies have suggested that chronic use of ACE-K could actually affect cognitive functions by altering neurometabolic pathways. It also contains carrageenan, a seaweed-derived thickener that has been linked in numerous studies to intestinal inflammation and leaky gut syndrome. Number 9, Pure Protein. They trade on a name that implies purity, but the ingredient list is anything but simple. They use gellan gum and synthetic stabilizers to maintain a shelf life of several months. While the European Food Safety Authority notes that gellan gum is generally safe, high intakes can have a laxative effect. More importantly, the use of these stabilizers often masks the fact that the protein source itself is highly processed and potentially stripped of natural cofactors. Number 8, Boost High Protein. This is one of the most concerning because it's often marketed to seniors. One bottle can contain up to 15 grams of sugar and glucose syrup for an aging population already at risk for insulin resistance. This is a blood sugar spike in a bottle. Additionally, the high levels of vitamins like vitamin K in these drinks can interfere with common medications like blood thinners, making them potentially dangerous for the very people they are meant to help. Number 7, Muscle Milk Pro Advanced. The Pro label here is largely a marketing shield. It uses thickeners like cellulose gum and sodium hexametaphosphate to create an artificial creamy mouthfeel. Sodium hexametaphosphate is a synthetic phosphate that, in some animal studies, has been linked to growth inhibition and bone decalcification. It's used to prevent the drink from separating on the shelf, but it adds zero nutritional value to your body. Number 6, Slim Fast Advanced Nutrition. Slim Fast has built an empire on weight loss, but their shakes rely on intense artificial sweetness to keep calories low. Science shows these sweeteners can confuse the hypothalamus, the part of the brain that regulates hunger. By providing sweetness without the expected calories, you might actually be priming your brain to crave more high-calorie foods later in the day, effectively sabotaging your weight loss goals. Number 5, Atkins Protein-Rich Shakes. To keep the low-carb promise, these are heavily engineered. Even if the sugar count is low, research suggests that the specific blend of artificial sweeteners and amino acids used in these formulas can still trigger an insulin response. This insulin spike can lead to increased insulin resistance over time, which is the exact opposite of what a low-carb dieter is trying to achieve. Number 4. Ensure Max Protein. This brand uses pharmaceutical-style branding to create a trust gap. In reality, the ingredient panel looks identical to the cheapest budget brands. It still contains carrageenan and sucralose, despite being positioned as a superior health product. When you pay more for Ensure, you're often just paying for the clinical marketing, not cleaner ingredients. Now let's check top 3 which have major safety alerts. Number 3. Perk. This is where we move from unhealthy to dangerous. Perk recently appeared on a Class 1 FDA recall list, the most serious level, due to potential contamination with Chronobacter sakazaki. This bacterium is capable of surviving in dry environments and can cause life-threatening infections, representing a fundamental failure in manufacturing quality control. Number 2. Glucerna. Marketed specifically to diabetics as a safe meal replacement, yet specific lots were recalled by the FDA for potential contamination with both Chronobacter and Clostridium botulinum. For a vulnerable population managing a chronic condition, a contamination risk of this magnitude is a catastrophic safety failure. Botulism poisoning can cause respiratory paralysis and even death if not treated immediately. Number 1. Premier Protein. Despite being a market leader, Premier was hit by a massive voluntary recall involving over 50 products. The facility failed to meet commercial sterility standards, leading to potential microbial growth inside the shakes. This highlights a systemic problem. When a brand produces millions of units in high-risk third-party facilities, the chances of a safety slip-up skyrocket. Let's move on to the trust list. Number 5. Now, Sports Whey Protein Isolate. If you want total transparency, this is the place to start. It carries the Informed Sport seal, meaning every batch is tested for over 200 banned substances. It's unflavored, non-GMO, and contains 0 artificial sweeteners, which makes it one of the cleanest isolates on the market. Number 4. Momentous Essential Whey. Trusted by elite athletes, Momentous holds a dual certification from both the NSF and Informed Sport. It uses pro-hydrolase, a clinically researched enzyme that breaks down protein into smaller peptides to maximize absorption and eliminate the protein bloat so common in cheaper brands. Number 3. Garden of Life Sport Grass-Fed. This is the only brand on our list that is certified truly clean. It is sourced from sustainable Irish family farms where cows roam green pastures year-round. It is microfiltered and cold processed to ensure the protein stays undenatured and bioavailable. Number 2. Thorne Whey Protein Isolate. Thorne is the only supplement company to collaborate with the Mayo Clinic on health research. Their whey isolate is NSF certified for sport and is manufactured in a pharmaceutical-grade facility. It's designed specifically for easy digestion and muscle repair, making it a staple for anyone recovering from high-intensity training. Number 1. Clean Athlete Clean Isolate. This is the gold standard. It is NSF certified for sport, which is the only independent certification recognized by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency and major professional sports leagues. It is tested for 290 banned substances. It contains no artificial colors, no GMOs, and no fillers. Just pure, transparent protein for those who demand the absolute best for their bodies. Stop buying for the flavor or the price. Start buying for the certification. Your gut and your long-term health will thank you. If this video changed how you look at your morning shake, hit that like button and subscribe. Share this with a friend who lives on Premier Protein. They need to see this. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.